Hello to Edmund Sunder. Oh, it's moving fast. Mike 2004. Banter Wipes is in the house. As well as Henderflick. Hi, Henderflick.
Hi, everyone.
What's up, Glitch? What's up, Lane Wilson? You know what's happening? We're trying to find a way to connect, bro.
Making it live.
Soul Creator 12. Jeb Deb. Joe Bianchi. Love ya.
Joe Bianchi. I love that name.
Me too. Hello, that JoJo. What up, unknown.123?
He's so unknown.
Love him. Stonewolf, very cool. Thanks, Kanye. Reynolds Reels. Yo, 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 boys. Mr. Ender Plays Gaming is sending a super chat.
Oh, well, that's very nice. Thank you, Mr. Gaming. Was that Anderson Silva?
That was Anderson Silva in the house. Very Confused says, thanks for the battles. You're welcome, Very Confused.
I'm still trying to find this feed right now. I am searching our page. Okay, I'll find it.
You can't find our own live stream?
No, I don't know where it pops up.
I'll send it to you right now. We still got time. We still got time.
Yeah, we're not on. No one can see our faces now, so we're just voices. We're not ready to show our faces yet.
I sent you the link.
Okay, that's an interesting thing to find out.
ZJ13 Goat says hi. It's going down today. It's going down. It's
going down.
Man, Lloyd, I've dealt with so many different kinds of bodily fluids today. You have no idea.
I can't wait to hear all about it in gruesome detail.
Super chat from Echo Rebel EX says Wes Craven versus John Carpenter. I didn't know we were going to start talking matchups so fast.
Oh, what'd you think was going to happen, dog?
I mean, I knew we were going to. Ralph Plays says, make more battles. To that I say no. Of course we're making more battles, man. We're working on it right now. RTM wants to know, when does this start?
Momentarily, my friend.
Momentarily,
my friend.
Juan Tyler Diaz says, shout me out. How about we all shout you out? Everyone, let's shout out Juan Tyler Diaz.
What's up, Diaz? I love so many of these people are named after favorite UFC fighters of mine.
Oh,
I don't think everybody knew my favorite fighter. Dang. Thanks, man.
Didn't a UFC fighter just get like arrested or something?
I mean, doesn't that always happen? They're in the business of violence.
It feels like.
Thanks, Carson.
Pepsi Cola says, I know the username is weird, but I love your vids. I think your username is like real familiar, bro.
Yeah, delicious. Better than Coca-Cola. Thanks to Attar Karem. His name he says Vincent Prince versus Vincent Fournier.
I'm going to go ahead and guess that's Price. Vincent Price, like the guy from the Thriller album.
Price. My bad. Versus Vincent Fournier. I guess that's Alice Cooper.
What beat is it? Boy, this is a beat we've used before, isn't this?
I can't hear it very well, I have to tell you.
Here you go.
Oh, this is
No, this is the unused one, man. This is the one we almost used for gosh, what are those two? The dorks, the dork writers. We gotta go live. Let's do it. You ready?
Okay, let's do it. Yeah. What's up, everybody? Hi, everybody. We're almost there.
Trying. Oh, how do I get this? There it is. Hey! We're jamming. I've got the official. This is a shout out to all the Patreon patrons out there who brought the tiny symbols along.
Hey! Shout out to everybody out there in the ERB universe. Thanks so much for joining us. This is sort of a first, is it not?
It's a first. It's a first like this. We're using new software on a different platform. This is I wanted to call this the dress rehearsal before we go live on the ERB. We're here on ERB2, making sure we know what the hell we're doing.
We always come to the ERB2 channel first because this is like the inner circle of the homies. You know, you have your inner family of cousins there, and then it gets expanded to the entire family picnic, which you love as well.
Yes.
But you got to start here because, you know, this is where we are.
You got to hold it down for a second because there's some sound is going. Puck, 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 on my computer, I think, every time someone leaves a comment, and I have to fix that before I go insane. So
Okay,
please
fantastic.
keep the people entertained.
I will do that. So, as you know, my name's Lloyd. This is Peter. We're doing this live stream thing because we want to say hi to everybody and be in touch more and maybe do this in a more often way. We do a couple of these on Patreon every once in a while, so we figured we'd do it here. Thank you to everybody for doing the super chat stuff. I mean, this is amazing. Everybody's doing that. I won't be able to say hello to everybody, but we'll have to go back and see what all those comments are and try to pay attention to them. We never really expected that to be as popular as it is, so it's flattering and amazing. So anyway,
I got it. I fixed it. I tell you.
Great.
Whoa! A $5 super chat says, "I'm glad y'all still popping. EpicLLOYD. I can't wait to see what you and Screwface Gene cooks down the line." Do you know what that means?
Screwface is a reactor that I hit up about this coronavirus song project I've been doing because I've been trying to get people's perspectives, and he's been reacting to the battles, and he's also a rapper, so I wanted to hit him up, and he made a really cool video where he like kind of teased what we were going to do and then like told everybody to say thanks. So tell him thanks from me right back.
I love how much you love the Reactor video crew. It really, it brings, you love it so much. I think it's the live performer in you that likes to see people watching stuff. Whereas I've never watched one. I've like tried to watch one and they said one critical thing. And I was like, I'm out.
I'm out of here.
Yo.
Yeah.
Check out these socks, bro.
Dude, I got to tell you, from that far away, those did not look like socks. That just looked like a foot.
They're Big Bird socks. They're officially Big Bird socks. So here we are, man. Here we are. Yeah. So I saw someone ask, "How is isolation?" It's weird. It's weird. I just had me and my wife just had our second baby. He's two weeks old and 3 days old. A little baby boy, and it was a trip, man. It's been a trip every day because we are just here, just like in the house. LA is locked down in a positive way. People are being respectful and not getting up in each other's face. But we're not even having any family members visit because his little immune system is so raw. And my wife is also in a state of recovery from a C-section because he was 10 pounds 2 ounces. And
Grand Canyon.
I'm not sure if any of y'all have had babies, but that's a big boy.
That's a large head.
Honestly,
most of that's got to be just the head.
He's well distributed, man. He's just a big kid. I would put that bowling ball down and be like, I'm not ready for that kind of weight. You know what I mean? I would choose a step down below that. It's real.
The fingers would be just too big, and like you would have a loose grip and you wouldn't be able to hold on tight enough.
So we're here. Man. So we have been writing new rap battles. We've got 2 demos we've been working on with the patrons. We've got some ideas, and we were gonna. I don't know. The future is bizarre at this moment, right?
Yeah.
So we don't know when we're gonna be able to film. When I'm gonna be able to be in a room with anybody. So I don't know. We don't know what's going on. We hope to bring you accurate information. We hope to entertain you. We hope to bring some smile. I want to try and do this once a week. That's my goal.
I would love to do this as much as possible. I've always been a person of the people as much as I try to be, and especially being on the ERB2 stuff. And I love what we do so much. But the one of the drawbacks is that we don't upload enough to have as much of a conversation every day as a lot of other channels do. And so if we're able to talk to people more often and do stuff like this, I'm all about it. And I love seeing people's names. I love seeing people's input. And the Patreon is amazing, and everybody who's a patron, we love them, but not everybody can do it. And that's completely understandable. And it's nice to be able to say hi to you guys and bring you some sort of relief. I'm sure you're all sitting in the house or whatever you're doing.
So this is it
around the world.
This is the dress rehearsal we're going to try out. We have some ideas for the format. One of the things we like to do is obviously discuss some suggestions. So feel free to throw them up there. We're also going to we're going to go back in time. Where'd it go? Where'd that go? Walter Cronkite versus Barbara Walters? Where'd that go? Damn it!
It's gone. No, dude, it's like a river.
Bam! There it is. So we're going to go back and look at old battles, watch an old battle with you on screen and tell you stories and see what's up. Why does that keep disappearing? Oh, no, it's not. Okay. So diving right into it, Brandon Macy is suggesting Walter Cronkite versus Barbara Walters. Lloyd, what do you think? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
I'm a thumbs up. I like this. I like
I
this.
like it
Yes,
too. I think
I
Walter
like
Cronkite
this.
is like could be hilarious. I think you would crush it. This makes me long for the
Yeah,
days when we could play women because I would love to play Barbara Walters. I think that would be really
yeah,
funny.
yeah. I think that they're both really colorful characters. The matchup makes sense. There's and also Brandon Macy's photo is, it makes me want to do whatever he wants.
Rick
The
Ashley versus David Bowie. We see David Bowie a lot. This is not the one I expected maybe to do. I don't think this is going to make the cut. Rick, he's the never gonna give you her. Never gonna
you got like the Rickroll guy.
Yeah, the
Rickroll
Rickroll guy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
David Bowie doesn't beat David Bowie versus Prince. Like nothing really beats David Bowie versus Prince right now.
David Bowie versus Prince is, you've always liked it. You've always liked it's sexy is what
it's
is.
So
It's
sexy.
just dripping with like kind of
Purple Rain.
androgynous sex appeal. Like everybody can get a piece. You know what I mean? It's in there.
Totally.
So I just watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and I watched it thinking, it's a really long movie, and I was like, I'll go to sleep watching this. Then the end, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but the end's real intense.
You're not gonna sleep during that.
Not a sleeper. Not a sleepy movie. But anyway, there's Charles Manson in that. Charles Manson versus Marilyn Manson. Thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you say?
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either.
I don't hate it.
I think it's awesome. Pennywise the Dancing Clown suggests we should put more women rap battles. I assume you mean in?
Yeah, I agree.
We've got some
I agree with
surprise.
that.
Let me just tell you, both the demos we're working on have women in them.
Yeah. Shout out to Luca in the super chat. I'm trying to shout out everybody in that super chat just because I feel like, I don't know, I'm not some sort of dancing monkey, but I like to shout it out if people contribute. So thank you very much.
Here's a super
I'll
chat.
try to go back again.
A random username, Pink Panther versus Black Panther.
The Pink Panther doesn't really talk, right? Or are we talking about the cartoon, or because the Pink Panther, like in the cinematic universe,
it's a gemstone, isn't it? It's like a.
I thought he was like an inspector. I thought he was like
Inspector Clouseau is the guy, and I think the actual Pink Panther is like a diamond or something. I don't quite remember, but we're gonna give that one a thumbs. We're gonna give you a thumbs up, but we're gonna give that suggestion a thumbs down. Guys,
I think sometimes I feel like we should give a little bit of an outline of what we look for in a suggestion for a rap battle. Just to throw it out there. There's a couple different things that make it a good battle. They have to have an honest beef. They have to sort of either be popular enough or worthy enough to be enough information for a whole battle. So it can't just be one joke, like a Rickroll joke can't really last a whole battle. So those two things are really important. And it has to be funnier than the joke of the matchup. If the matchup makes you snicker, but then there's nothing else to say behind it, that's tough to do. So just maybe that's some information to throw out there to everybody in the world.
And I've always stood by the party in transdimensional space theory that if the two characters were at a party in intergalactic transdimensional space and they were both waiting in line for the bathroom, might they get into an argument? That's what I've always said. Coming from John Lennon, Bill O'Reilly, it was just like, I feel like they wouldn't get along. One of them would be like, nice hair, and he'd be like, fuck you, it would just be a thing.
You and your damn hair.
So there was one, Sitting Bull versus Montezuma from TL Time Lord. That's
I don't
dope.
hate that.
We tried really hard to get, remember we were going to do, I really wanted to do, was it Crazy Horse? I think I wanted to do Crazy Horse.
We didn't have the actors. We have them now.
I found
them.
You found some Native American rappers?
Yeah, I found there's like a whole comedy group of sketch writing Native American guys, and a couple of them are actual. One of them was like a spoken word poet, and he could rap too. And
Dope.
I was like, we do that.
It's on. It's a rich character base. Like all the Native American characters that like came to the top are all badass. You know what I mean? I'm sure there were just some like chill Native American dudes just hanging out, but the ones who are in the books are pretty gangster.
Yeah. But you have to, the matchup has to be right too. Like a lot of people will say Crazy Horse versus Colonel
Colonel Mustard.
Custer? Yeah, Colonel Mustard.
Colonel Mustard.
But that's just, first of all, it actually happened in history, and it's just sort of sad. Like, how do you really write for Custer there? Like, what does he really say? it doesn't really work. So the matchup has to be. That's why I like Montezuma. It's much better because they're on more of an equal ground.
I feel that. We got a $19.99 super chat from Luca Jagao. I'm going to say it, Jagao. Quick shout out real quick for the super chatters. I think we could do a freestyle rap for the super chatters for $19.99. Luca Jagao.
Wow. What are we?
I'm not
what
a
are we
very
gonna...
good freestyle rapper, but if I had two guns, they'd go kapow, kapow, and I'm pointing them at you with friendly fire. Luca Jagao.
When I rap on the beat, everybody says, "Oh no!" We spit freestyle flow for the Luca with the Batman logo.
Oh, you're much better at that than me, man. I've always struggled.
Yeah.
It takes me a long time.
Well, I can't play guitar or piano or do After Effects
That's
or
true.
have children. So how about?
I don't think I can have any more, man. So, a lot of bodily fluids today, man. A lot of bodily fluids. Apparently, sometimes after a C-section, the fat can liquefy,
dude,
and it builds up pressure and it needs to ooze. So I was cleaning up oozing liquefied belly fat this morning. And it mixes with just a little bit of blood, just a little bit, just to make it nice and gross. But she's doing okay, just in case.
That sounds like a Whole Foods meal for delivery, if you ask.
Gross, bro.
A little duck confit with liquefied belly fat.
Yeah, that's super gross. That's super gross. Guys, you want to watch a battle? You wanna go back in time? We have season 3 loaded up today.
Give me 2 seconds,
dude. What is up? Okay. I'm holding it down. I'm
back.
Jorgen Kruglid for he's super chat tipping us in, I believe, Norwegian kroners.
Wow.
Well, don't get too excited. They're worth pennies on the dollar. But he's saying first on the North Pole versus first on the South Pole. First on the North Pole. I don't know who that was. First on the South Pole.
It was some sort of seal. I'm sure there was a seal or a polar bear or a penguin that was the first on
Navy seal. You're referring to the animal.
Yes.
Oh, let's do seal versus tiger shark. See what happens. We don't know who either of those people were by name, and if we don't know them at all, probably a lot of people won't also, but it's a cool idea. It's creative. Have you seen Arctic yet? Directed by Mr. Guitar Man, Joe Penna?
I haven't.
It's dope. Everyone out there, it's a great movie, and it takes place in the cold parts.
Wow. I wonder what the names of those actual people are. I think it was. I imagine it wasn't one human being. It was probably the captain of a ship on like an expedition or something. So, that'd be great. Shout out to Nunzio Tosi, the $50 contributor.
Holy
says Gary.
Shit!
I know.
What is happening? You're making this possible. So we had wondered, would we be able to maybe our crew. They're maybe going to be not being able to work for a while here in Los Angeles. Everything's shut down. We're not going to be able to film. So we were wondering maybe we could hire some of them to come on and be guests and talk to us and tell stories. You're making this possible. You're making it looking like that's a possibility. Your generosity is unbelievable.
Nunzio says Gary V versus Robert T. Kiyosaki. I know who Gary V is. I just don't know who that other guy is.
I don't know who Gary V is.
I do like the idea. Gary V's like the motivational speaker. He's like the Tony Robbins light.
He's not the hey. No, that's Gary Glitter, convicted pedophile. Sorry. Okay, different guy.
I do like the idea of like motivational speakers. Like Tony Robbins would be really funny.
His face is
Tony
so
Robbins,
big.
He's massive.
He's big in real life.
He's big.
Like 10 pounds 2 ounces big.
Yeah.
He's
like his head right now is probably like the size of a rugby ball.
He's big. He is big. I saw John Cusack in person at a bar one time, and his head was freakishly large. Yeah.
Looks great on camera though.
Yeah, it really does. Guys, can we take a trip down memory lane? Do you want to watch a season 3 battle with us and tell stories? If so, make some. What season 3 battle do you want to watch? Make some suggestions. What do you think?
Yeah. Oh, Kiyosaki wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad. Okay.
Is that a hip hop album?
No, it's a book. It's like a how to make money. It's like about like your perspective on what you think about money shapes how you approach it and whether you're going to make it or not in your life.
Got it. Any plans for duo battles with Key and Peele or Rhett and Link again in the new season is coming to us from the super chats. Dude, we've got an idea we've been discussing with Rhett and Link. Key and Peele, I think, are out of our league now. They're movie stars now. I mean, one is a movie producer star.
Oscar-winning movie.
Oscar-winning movie producer star. We have stayed friendly with them. We've seen them at some events and been cool. You know, they haven't been like, who are you guys? They're awesome people, but I think they're busy. I just do.
Yeah.
We were lucky to get them twice. Rhett and Link, however, I think it's
not working at all.
That's not what I'm saying. But they're still in the YouTube community, and they have expressed an open mind to it. So, and we've got an idea we're cooking up on the Patreon that involves Rhett and Link. We hope it comes true.
Yeah. So what battle do you guys want to watch? It's from season 3. I don't know if we have a poll. Can we do a poll, or can we just do it? Just like leave it in the comments.
We can't do polls here. I'm seeing Miley versus Joan of Arc, Rick Grimes versus Walter White. Either one. What do you think? I see a second Grimes versus White. You want to watch it?
I love that battle.
Let's
That's
do it,
one of my
guys.
top 10 favorite battles anyway.
Here we go. Rick Grimes versus Walter White.
And we'll stop it a little bit and give you guys some insight on what we remember and some stories from it. So excuse us if we stop it and start it here. If you have some questions about it, leave them in the comments. We might try to answer them too. So anyway, just to let you know that.
I'm going to stop right there. I went on the 4-hour body diet for 2 months to get this kind of gaunt. We were in a season break, I think, and I wanted to get slender. And I couldn't eat anything except like beans and avocados. I would wake up every morning, shit pants. It was an uncomfortable experience.
I remember that background was stunning to me.
Very beautiful.
I just thought that was so great.
This is Andrew Sherman background design at its very finest. Look at the foreground wheat. You know what I mean? Foreground wheat. This one also, a lovely background.
Yeah.
Really pretty. Sunset, nice sky. He found this model. Andrew Sherman was our background designer at the time and lead editor. He found that model of that RV from some dude online. It's a real 3D model that somebody built of the Breaking Bad RV.
Crazy.
Lloyd, you look just like him. You really do. You were made for this part. I think this suggestion was championed by Lloyd for a long time.
I was such a big fan of Walking Dead for the first 5 seasons.
It was awesome.
It really fell off now, but I had really not seen Breaking Bad that much, and I just binge watched the whole. I think it was 5 seasons or 4 seasons, and it was like some of the best TV I've ever seen.
Really
in my
good,
life.
but didn't it leave you feeling kind of sad?
Yeah, but I like that in a TV show.
Oh, great. Here we go.
Stay back, this is gonna get bad. I'm about to show this slab rat how to be a real dad. Grade AMC, removing your A1 day. Cause Sheriff Grimes rhymes dirty like my armpit stain.
Those are real armpit stains. We had to keep reapplying them. And what was it? It was we found out eventually something real gross, like glycerin or like soap bubble. I think it was soap bubble juice or something real gross made them be there permanently. Real armpit stains.
I'm a post-apocalyptic cop who's got a lot of issues. Pop a cap in you and splatter the brain you misuse.
We almost put
hatching little schemes like a dying MacGyver.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes I can.
I remember we almost put splatter the gray matter you misuse.
Splatter
that was
the
like
gray matter. Yes, that was supposed to be a lyric, but I couldn't fit it. I was already having a hard time rapping like this. Carl, stay back. It's so fun. When we do this one live, I'm like shouting. I forgot how whispery this was.
Oh, this is such a fun one to do live.
It is very fun.
I don't know the way that it starts and all the bits and stuff, but Gray Matter was the name of the company that wanted to hire Walter White or something.
Oh.
It was like there was a company inside of Breaking Bad called Gray Matter.
That's pretty deep, dude.
That's why we went deep on that cut.
I gotta say, I love the background, but don't I look teensy tiny? Like what kind of road is that I look really small?
Sin by sin where I live, it happens literally limb for limb. So right.
I was really proud of this. These zombies in the background there.
Yeah.
Forget it. I kill zombies that are better men than you before.
Look how white my teeth look.
I don't know what you think
Yeah.
I've done, but if we were to battle, I've already won.
Oh, come on, dude. I want this to be my desktop. Look at those teeth, man.
Yeah, I don't know why we did teeth like that, but it worked.
Those are your teeth. Oh, they're not fake teeth.
I know, but like Bryan Cranston had teeth, but they weren't like that. But that just worked for us.
Yeah,
for some reason,
it worked for you. Sometimes it like when we're doing different characters, you have to lead with a different part of your face. You know, otherwise you look like you, because that does not look like you, man. That looks like Walter Blanc.
You don't want to face off against
Nice hat flip, by the way.
me. I'll
thank
stuff
you.
in a barrel and make it dude smooth. Your sense of duty gets your group into some deep duty. Always getting saved by some samurai.
the samurai booty was so funny. The Michonne joke. I
Yeah.
like it. I like it because we didn't have to say Michonne.
Yeah.
But I think a samurai booty.
Yeah, it was great. I loved that lyric. I hated that edit to put that little sword in your hands. I always thought that looked kind of corny, but we did it. I think I did that, and I wish I hadn't. Look at you can see the crossfade in your fist. I'm gonna always get hung up on dumb stuff like that.
Yeah, but it get better. Like the cough saves it. The cough is the best.
Dinner by the pool with the DEA. When you're over with my Aztec GTA. If you ever try to stop Heisenberg getting paid, here's a hot dose. Let me watch you.
I remember that part of the song.
Like I'm a pizza on the road. You're a loser.
That part of the song?
That part of the song we wrote in the studio. Like we didn't. A lot of times, and the longer we've been doing this, the more it goes this way. Where the lyrics that we write on the page are very, very different than what actually gets tracked, and that I'm a kingpin cooking crystal in the middle of the day. I had to do middle of the day like a million times
because it wasn't that whole lyric wasn't your natural flow. You had to rap differently.
Yeah, and I had headphones on, and we had been writing all day and working all day, and we had it was a different flow, and we were like trying to change it in the booth, and like your brain just gets carved into one rhythm sometimes, and I was like you and somebody else was there tracking. It was Choco, and you guys both knew exactly what you were trying to get out of me.
Yeah,
and
it was amazing. It was like we were like, dude, I'm a kingpin, and you were like, I'm a kingpin cooking. No, I'm a kingpin. I'm a kingpin. Yeah, that was a thing.
That's crazy. That's nuts.
All right, here we go.
Failure to your whole entire crew. I've seen Walter Jr. handle walkers better than you.
Oh, that's good, man. That's good. I'm just gonna leave that there for a second.
I said stay back with the others while I finish this bitch like you finished.
I still am proud of this part.
To me, Walt, so knock all you want.
Shout out to all the volunteers from the West Side Comedy Theater who came in and did that. That was fun.
You can bite me. I'll be standing right here in my tiny Walter.
How many pairs of briefs were you wearing there, bro?
2 pairs of briefs.
And that's how we did it, so we didn't have to edit out your moose knuckle?
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, when we did the Superman versus Goku battle, Pete brought me in and was like, hey, let's look at this. This is basically the cut we're going to upload.
Yeah, I was ready. I was like,
down.
we're done.
We're done. And it was just like a paper mache model of my junk, like for 3 minutes of just, I was like, you can't put this up.
Lloyd was wearing the Superman briefs, and he saw, I didn't see it. I had been editing. I didn't see it. Andrew didn't see it. No one saw it. But Lloyd was like, you could see the lines, man. You can see the texture. You can see the beans and the Frank. And then we had to spend hours tracking blurs onto Lloyd's beans and potato. And that's just what it was. That's what it was.
So we did not make that mistake again. Or I don't even know which one, if this battle came first or last battle or what. But
remind me to talk about this one. Dr. Brown and Marty McFly versus Rick and Morty. I put it up on the screen. I want to chat about it. All right, let's finish this.
I'll bury you faster than your partner stole your whole life. No one saw Shane coming except for your wife.
Are you sure we don't see a little bit of ball skin? I mean,
saw Shane coming.
There's a lot of texture in that one, bro.
Hey man, you know what? I'm proud of my body.
Hey, good man.
This
good.
is the body my mama gave me. You know,
so
this was my favorite. I love
3D rendered logo.
I love this. I thought it was so great because I'm such a zombie fan. I'm watching, there's a zombie show on Netflix right now that takes place in like Hong Kong or Japan, where it's like Japanese zombies in the time of like shoguns and ninjas and samurais and stuff. What is that show?
I don't know.
Somebody tell me the name of it. It's amazing. It's anyway, it's one of my favorite zombie like series of all time now. Anyway.
I'm sorry.
Cheap beer.
I got a text from our moderator Josh, and our current editor Josh is in the house. He's moderating, but man, the comments have been very pleasant.
Oh, good.
Seabass is asking, have we thought of doing Nice Peter and EpicLLOYD versus Rhett and Link just straight up? Like as we can't. We don't have. That's not.
That would be when you're not playing a character. Like when you look at the first and the second version of EpicLLOYD versus Nice Peter, it's very real.
Very real.
Like there's nothing in there that's not real.
Yeah, I genuinely had an Adderall problem at the time, and it got in there, hurt my feelings to hear that, and I was like, oh, I need to get my shit straightened out.
Yeah, and I mean, like, there's nothing really different about the rap battles than there are about regular, like, actual rap battles, except for the fact that we get to play characters, and so then that's what makes them funny.
So what you're saying is we'd have to be mean to Rhett and Link, and you don't want to do that.
Yeah, and I don't want them to be mean to us.
I'm not comfortable with it. So no, we're not going to do Rhett and Link versus Nice Peter and EpicLLOYD, but we would love to do something with Rhett and Link. When people ask, what are your dream guests? They're there.
Yeah. My little brother is on this stream right now, and he just texted me and said Kingdom, and he's right. That's the name of the show on Netflix I was thinking of. Shout out to Travis. Thanks very much.
Hi, Travis. Here's from Terry James. Would you do modern serial killers? Like Ted Bundy? I'm guessing is one of the ones you're considering modern.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
The problem I have with those guys, it's the same reason I don't want to do Jimi Hendrix versus Kurt Cobain. I don't want to celebrate death in that way. Maybe that makes me I don't know, a softie, but bothers me.
Yeah. I mean, the violence is sort of inherent to the aggression of the rap music.
Sure.
So that's already there. And we did Jack the Ripper and Hannibal Lecter. And I had to say, like, and when we did it in Pennywise too, like, to get to that place, it affects you like mentally a little bit.
At least couple of weeks around here. So probably not. I can understand why watching Ted Bundy versus Jeffrey Dahmer would be amazing. It would be an incredible rap battle. I don't think we'll do it. We're too method, bro. I'd have to eat somebody.
I would eat a person if I had to.
Here's a question from Danger Dave. Ever considered Tommy Wiseau versus Ed Wood, Battle of the Failed B movie directors? We have not, but Ed Wood's a really interesting character, and I'll have to look up who Tommy Wiseau is. Tommy Wiseau. He's an actor. He's that dude. Oh, that dude. No, we haven't, but he's interesting.
Yeah. So many. So many interesting topics. It's nice to get everybody's perspective. And it's like, what I like about the fans of this series is that they are so smart and they have such interesting insights to contribute. I would never say 90% of the suggestions that I hear and that we've done, I would never even have thought of.
That's a beautiful thing.
Maybe not 90%, maybe 50%.
Sean Bean versus Fidel Castro. Why don't I know who Sean Bean is?
Sean Bean's the guy who plays, he's the guy who plays the
Mr. Bean?
The lead guy in Game of Thrones who gets his head chopped off. The first one, Sean Bean.
Got it. Versus Fidel Castro. I don't know what the connection is. Here's a question for you guys out there. Can we do Fidel Castro? We just did Che. Can we do Fidel? Because there are some killer suggestions floating around. I've seen Fidel Castro versus Chairman Mao. Gets me rock hard. That silence.
Castro is dope. I've always wanted to do Castro. And yeah, just a little bit of space between him and Che I think is great. But I like the variety of that. I like the Latino representation. I like that you could speak Spanish. You know, you could do a whole battle in Spanish, and it'd be super dope.
Lloyd Cody wants to know. He says he's written 2 zombie books. Can he send them to us?
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! We've got contact forms all over. I'll ask Ed, our manager, where is the best place for you to send it. We'll read your zombie books. We like to support the arts. Books. Can I run an idea by you, Lloyd?
Yes, please.
Here, and I'll air it in front of the people. This is real idea discussion time. What do you think of having either or a writing contest or an editing contest out to the fan base on YouTube? Where we take, I've discussed this on Patreon a little bit, but I'm curious what you think. Where we maybe do like one verse and we supply the raw footage and we say, hey, whoever wins this contest, we're going to hire you to edit that whole battle, and there's a prize money awarded with it. And then maybe a matchup where we invite people to write a rap battle, and whoever writes the best one, we hire them for writing. What do you think of that during these trying times to provide a little employment?
Yeah, I like the writing a little bit better than the editing. I think the editing is And this is not against anybody's talents. I think anybody who can edit a battle to the quality that we can right now probably is already working.
Sure, but maybe they want to do. Okay, that's a fair point.
Maybe they want to.
That's a fair point.
But I
don't
love
know,
the
man.
idea.
I know some editors got laid off around here because, you know.
Yeah. No, I think that's. I love the idea of working with people. I like the idea of the writing a lot, and I like the idea of the acting too. Like submitting, even if like say that we and the patrons like wrote a battle that was a specific character, then we send the lyrics out and have people submit almost like an audition of them either doing it live or recording themselves doing that character or an impression of that character. That would be great. I think that would be cool too.
That's interesting.
I always love that story of how we got Winston.
He was a fan. He came up
Yeah.
on stage in Chicago, and he was big, and he happened to have browner skin than I did, and it was perfect. All right, so you're down with the writing contest idea.
You know what would be, but I don't want to step on the editing idea. What if we pieced it down? Like, what if we did like, okay, you get to do the logo bit at the end, or like a piece of the editing rather than the whole edit, because we have like 5 people.
That's what I'm saying. They would join the editing team. They wouldn't, they would be someone we reach out to sometimes, or even just that one-off contest.
Right.
That honestly was what I saw in mind. So, what you guys out there in the chat, what prize money is appropriate for an editing and writing contest? What do you think? What prize money should we offer?
Yeah, how much to get paid for the edit?
How much is too much? How much is enough?
Thank you, Cool Duke McGee.
Thank you, Anthony Zanoni. I'm not. Phoebe Clark says, "Tell me where to send my audition tape." This is exciting. I think we're going to need some feedback as to how to take this live to the big ERB audience, but I'm enjoying this.
I do too, man. I think silver lining, right? Like we're all trapped in our homes and stuff, but it's nice this is cool.
It's
I
cool.
enjoy talking to people.
I enjoy talking to you too. I kind of miss you, man. I never thought I would say that ever.
Oh, come on. I thought. Yeah, I know. We did I own a comedy club with a bunch of my other friends, the improv side, and we did a meeting on Zoom today, and usually we do a phone meeting, and it was like everybody's face. It looked like the Brady Bunch. And I was like, can we just do it like this until this all blows over so I could see everybody's face? It was nice.
We've got a range here. Greg Alexander.
What?
Greg Alexander, who I think is the very same Greg Alexander who featured on Awkward White Guys in Shorts. I think. It might just be a coincidence. And Mr. Y. So Greg Alexander says $10. Mr. Y says $1,000. I think somewhere in the middle.
$1,000?
$500?
$1,000?
$1,000 is a lot.
$1,000. If we use the edit, I think it's pretty appropriate.
So,
So
we'll talk about this. So I think we're gonna do an editing contest. I've always wanted to do it, and a writing contest.
Yeah,
could be great too.
Also, we could do a like for an animation contest if there are people out there who are animators or Lego stop motion artists, things like that might be very helpful for us at this point, because we can't really get together and shoot footage at this point.
Right.
So
I liked your idea. I don't know how much. No, we got to save some of this for the Patreon live streams where we really get into the nitty gritty. We never wear pants, and we talk about some real behind the scenes stuff. Just pizza, man. What else do you guys want to talk about? What else? Do you want to watch another battle, or you want to keep talking? What do you want to do, Lloyd?
I think watching them one more battle would be fun. Like give a little bit of give a little bit of feedback on that. That seems like a good plan.
Do you see this comment from Josh Best, our editor?
How did you catch that? Do you have just your eyes glued on this never-ending screen?
Oh yeah, I'm watching it. So 250. Some people are saying. That's so funny. Here's a good question. Super chat from Jared Kozar. Were there any cut lines, parts of Pete versus Lloyd 2? I don't think so. And we didn't write for each other as much on that one. Like I remember on the first one, you wrote a lot of the jokes against yourself.
Yeah, and Zach wrote a bunch too on the first one.
Yeah.
On the second one, I think the second one was like, it was so conceptually complicated, like with getting all the editors in that first shot, that the writing, I mean, it's always important, but the writing, once it came together, we didn't really nitpick it too much. Like you said, fuck like 19 times.
On the second one?
I think, yeah.
Are we allowed to say fuck on the live stream? How does this work? What happens? I'm gonna try.
I guess
Fuck.
we just did. So anyways. Oh, my sister-in-law says Dr. Fauci versus Dr. Kevorkian, and it made somebody laugh. Who's Dr. Fauci?
He is the head of, I believe, the CDC. He's the current medical professional behind basically the coronavirus crisis. He's the guy. He's the smartest guy in the room.
This guy?
Yeah, that guy. That's exactly right. So we were asked by some very smart friends who I'm hoping to provide. I don't know if you're gonna like this or not, but to help people with good information about how to stay safe, maybe set a good example. Lloyd and I are staying away from all people, essentially. I hope you guys understand why. Maybe when we do the ERB stream, we could do a true or false thing where people say if they think things are true or false. But the coronavirus is much more serious than the flu. People are dying. People under 21 are dying. People over 21 are dying. Stay safe. Protect yourself. I don't know what part of the United States you're in. In LA, they're taking it very seriously. I know in Mississippi, they seem to not give a fuck, and people are going to get hurt. So be careful out there. That's all we're asking.
Yeah, we were toying with the idea of releasing an ERB news, and it just didn't shake out the way that we kind of wanted it to. So we felt like this was an easier way to talk to you about that, give you any information, also maybe brighten your day up a little bit. But yeah, there's been some people pretty close to our very inner circle that have been like really seriously affected by this, like in a eye-opening kind of a way. Yeah. And so it's not like nobody's trying to ruin anybody's fun. Nobody's trying to say that you're scared by staying inside. You're braver if you're staying in than if you are going out.
Absolutely.
Because it's like changing your life is harder than staying the same. So anyway, we don't have to talk too much about it, but
it's going to get a little bit worse before it gets better. So stay tough, stay healthy, stay wise. Doug Lassat says, bro, I was just listening to a bunch of favorite ERBs. Doug, were any of those from season 3? Because we're about to watch a season 3 battle right now. What do you think?
Yep.
First, Matthew Miller says Mortal Kombat, please. I'm not sure exactly what that means. You want us to play Mortal Kombat live streaming, or you want us to do a rap battle between Sub-Zero and like Ryu? Which one?
Ryu's Street Fighter 2, I think. Oh, yeah. That's Mortal Kombat's still a pretty good game.
Still a pretty good game. I like ripping spines out.
Yeah, I can't. I'm always like the guy who like has to look at the button configuration and then like press for the button and then like, go back and forth a million times, and I always forget. Yeah, and I just end up like slapping the thing.
Also fine. A lot of smashers out there, man.
Yeah,
we're seeing Superman versus Goku, Al Capone versus Blackbeard, Donald Trump versus Ebenezer Scrooge. Guys, those 3. Can you vote? Donald Trump versus Ebenezer Scrooge, Blackbeard versus Capone, or Superman Goku? Those are the 3. Throw your votes. I'm gonna take a visual quick survey. What's coming in?
Visual survey.
Superman versus Goku. You're welcome to be Philip. Oh man, you would love it. Ruben Harvey sends a request. You would love it on Patreon. They've wanted to do a musical theater battle royale for a long time. We've talked about it a lot with. See, now you're suggesting composers, Lin-Manuel Miranda and Andrew Lloyd Webber. They were suggesting the characters. So like Tony and Maria, a cat, the Phantom.
Like a Broadway cavalcade. Hamilton.
Yeah, Hamilton. I don't know what you guys think of that. It's in the books. It's on the long books though. It's on the long list.
It would have to be like the first, like the only Broadway shows that are like rapping are Hamilton and like In the Heights and maybe a couple of other niche things. So that battle would have to be, I think you'd have to sing. It would have to be like a Broadway tune battle.
I mean, you say that, but Albert Einstein doesn't rap in real life. So you can make Tony and Maria rap pretty hardcore, I think.
Yeah. It would just have to have some singing in it. Like it would have to,
sure.
Because that's what you love about Broadway.
It would have to get musical.
They would have to belt. That would definitely be a belting joke. I see a lot of Superman Goku here. Pete's not in that one though, so that's.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't mind. What do you want, Lloyd? You pick. What season?
I mean, I'm seeing a lot of Superman Goku.
Let's watch it. Here it comes.
Shout out to Ray William Johnson.
Ray William Johnson. Oh, okay, hold on. That fist makes me laugh every time. So this was what we were having a really tough time editing this one, everybody. And this fist is what made the whole thing work because it set up this timing, this tempo of the edits. So let's watch the edits. They all hit on these snare drums, and that fist starts it.
Who can stop this constipated chop with the awful animation and the complicated
And I remember here stuff. 1 second. I remember you guys being stuck on that, and like you and me. It was like one of those sessions where you and me had to sit down and just because a lot of times with the edit, it'll be you guys grinding and I'll be doing other stuff. But the funny that special sauce is sometimes you and me just sit and laugh
together, smoking some incense. You know what I mean? Just hanging out, drinking some water, and just looking at the edit, having fun.
And this is crazy because I was like, I'm not like super in shape right now, but for the last couple of years, I've been in a lot better shape than I was during this battle. And I tried to get in better shape for this, but I was still super like, I was like Pudgy McPudgerstein in that.
You're not Pudgy. First of all, I think we 2%ed you on this one. Here's a trick, guys. And we've done it both directions. 2% is the amount of width or height that you can add or subtract, and no one will notice. Clint Eastwood is 102% tall and 98% wide to make Lloyd look tall. Very tall.
And the straw that broke the camel's back for me on that was when you 2%ed the Lloyd versus Pete. So you literally just 2%ed me.
The camera adds 10 pounds, man. I've 2%ed myself out because I look like a pencil. You know what I mean? It happens. But I'm going to admit, you do look like a loaf of bread in this shot right here. But your hair looks great. Do we still have this costume?
I'm sure somewhere. Yeah.
Do you wear it to romantic evenings with your wife sometimes?
My wife has a Superman tattoo.
I know.
I don't know if that's TMI, but she's definitely got a bunch of pictures of me and her, like me holding her in that outfit and stuff. It was a little bit of a I don't want to say fantasy.
Sure. Yeah, it's a fantasy, man.
It was a good day.
I dated a girl who wanted me to cut a hole in the Darth Vader costume.
No.
Yep.
Juicy.
Yeah, here we go.
I just went from 6 to 7:30, bro.
This looks like a job for the OG.
Okay, there's my cameo. I still look exactly like that. What? Oh, look at that.
Dude, that was at a time where we did like that was a whole day shooting that thing.
Just
at this point in time, I would hope that we maybe moved a little bit faster, and I think we do. But at that point, we were just like, I don't know. We were revved up.
We were revved up. Shout out to Sulai Lopez, costume designer on this episode. She made that Superman suit. She put together that Jimmy costume. And she did her best to cover up Lloyd's nipples, but you can still see them. Right there. Hold on. Right there. You can see the blur. You can see the edges of the Gaussian blur right at Dinkle o'clock. Dude, I think we just got a super chat in rubles, in Russian rubles. RUB?
Come on.
Is that the Russian currency? Yeah, because he's asking about Russian characters. I got to put that up on the screen. This is our first payment in rubles. Look alive, the Kremlin's arriving. Try to surviving, no surviving. Will you make more Russian characters, musicians, authors, authorities, soldiers? I would love to see your edits at Peter the First. Is that Peter the Great? Is that Peter the Great? I think it's Peter the Great.
Didn't we do Peter the Great?
No. We did Alexander the Great. Peter the Great didn't make, because we didn't. He wasn't in that.
No, who was the other greats? It was
Pompey?
Catherine the Great,
Frederick?
Pompey, and then
Catherine.
Frederick the Great. It was Frederick the Great. That was it.
How can we do? I feel like we've done a lot of Russian characters. The one I want to do is Putin, but I also want to stay alive.
We already did Putin.
In a rap? Oh, yeah. Duh. Dumbass.
And we're still alive.
And I'm still alive. But that was a different one. That was a different era. Here we go. Hold on. I got to back up. Look at this guy on Lloyd's shoulder right here. Watch this dancer coming up right here over his, it's screen right, over Lloyd's left shoulder. That clip, I wish I could have showed you that whole clip. Lloyd's going like, yeah. It's really good. You got nice muscle tone in this shot, Lloyd.
Oh, thanks. Well, yeah. I mean, my arms are never the problem.
You got strong arms.
It's the fat that's around them.
Not up in your chin cheese.
Yeah, that was funny.
It's awesome.
This battle's really fun to do live. Me and I went on tour with Ray William Johnson and did like a bunch of stand-up comedy clubs on the East Coast, and I did some rap battles in it. And then at the very end, we did this, and it was really fun to do.
He did it live. Ray did it live.
Oh yeah, he's great. He was great. He's a good rapper.
Yeah, he is a good rapper. He is a good rapper. That's how I one of the first things I was working on YouTube rap was Your Favorite Martian. I was doing some stuff. We were doing some stuff for that at the studio. I remember the first time I met Ray, William Johnson, it was he was a fucking superstar at the time, man.
He was #1 on YouTube. He was the first person that was #1 on YouTube. No, it was Niga Higa, and then him.
So Ray came over to the studio, and I was trying to lay down a guitar solo over Your Favorite Martian song, and I'm not that, I'm an okay guitar player, but it takes me a long time to figure out stuff. So he was like, all right, go ahead. And I was like, this is probably going to take me like an hour, man. He was like, cool. And he just fucking watched me, laser focus, just sit there and just was like, that sounds, oh, what happened?
Oh, you lost your lights. Beats in the dark. Yeah, you're back.
I haven't moved in long enough. Okay. Anyway, I met Ray and I was like, this dude can focus. That dude can focus.
Yeah, he's got focus.
He's got focus. Here we go.
And he crushed this.
Oh, yeah. He brought the heat.
Crushed this.
Look at that. Ooh. So.
Yeah. He was not one of those actors that we were like, we didn't have to coach him that much.
No.
And he's like the opposite of me. When he did the line, he could do it exactly the same way multiple times. I remember when we did doubles with him, it was so easy to do doubles and ad-libs because he's very calculative like that.
Yeah, Lloyd is a great improviser, but he improvises every time. Adds a little bit of sauce.
Yeah. If we ever do Ben Shapiro, it's gotta be right.
I mean, yeah, that guy. Ugh. Yeah. Okay, that's another one that took all day because I had to shave my head.
Did you really?
Yeah, I had to shave my whole face and head. I look like a testicle. And then did we get eyes for Ray? Because his eyes are blue now. Did he have fake lenses?
I think we did put eyes in him. Yeah, we put those eyes in him.
And
they're difficult to do, but they're essential to that.
I also think this was my directorial debut. I think this is the first one I ever directed. Because yeah, I think so. Because we lost Dave at the start of season 3. We lost our original director because he got hired by what's that garbage show? Saturday Night Live. And then and then we had some guest directors that were great, but it was like I was just looking over their shoulder too much. And I think this was the first time I was like, I'm gonna grow a pair and I'm gonna try this. And Ray was really helpful. You were helpful too.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good battle.
Here we go. Look at that. Yo, he's got veins.
Yeah, Ray's
he's pretty strong.
Ray does his thing. Those dance moves were the best. Like there's a whole B-roll clip of him just doing these dance moves in those boots and that.
He looks so dead serious though. Okay.
Love it.
That was the joke we worked the longest and the hardest on. We didn't know how to do it. We just knew we had to make an over 9,000 joke. And that one took a while, but when we found it, man, that was a celebration.
Yeah. This is one of those ones where, like, we're on season 6 now. This is season 3. This is before we ever toured. So this is one of those battles where you realize the writing in the battle, you can't do it live. And if you can't do it live, I wish we would have given this punchline more room after it. Like over 9,000 screams, I'll make your nose bleed like Yoshi sniffing panties. Like they crowd each other.
Sure. And the sniffing panties joke, no one needs to hear that.
Yeah, and we easily could have reworded it so that there was a space and a breath there, and I think that joke would have hit much harder. But that's just something that you learn, you know,
Season 3, 4, and 5 is, I think, where I got the most carried away with too many vocal stacks and too many overlaps. And that was always something you were pushing against, but I was always like, no, it sounds cool. But I like
it does sometimes.
It sounds cool, but I like season 6 vocals are my favorite so far.
Yeah, they've been pretty great.
All right, here we go.
Oh, Roshi. Roshi. This shot was great.
Yeah, look at that. I love that. That was so. How did we do this? We were standing.
I stood up. I stood up like this.
And we were on a ladder.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
right.
So I was essentially like, I was like.
So our
like
cinematographer, John Na, was up on a ladder pointing the camera down, and you were standing up. And I think we had a fan. Yeah, we had a fan blowing. Yeah. And there might have been someone beneath you, like, shaking your cape.
He was on a ladder with a camera that cost more than my college education.
Sure.
And, like, tilted it down. We were standing so that you could see that my feet weren't, like...
Right.
You know, like,
right.
like that. So we tried to block our feet. But someone... what is that? What is ARS currency?
Australia? ARS? Austrian? No, that would be the euro. ARS. Can somebody in the chat help us find out what ARS currency is?
Wow. Thanks for that.
Yeah. What's ARS? Somebody's got to Google.
That was a good shot. Yeah, that was a great shot. And then that turn. Will you go to that turn where like he turns way in the sky?
It's my favorite Lloyd acting ever, man. Look at this. I love it. Always love it.
Yeah.
Look at this flying.
Yeah. Boom.
This is where I really started to think that limitations are part of what makes, I think, movies great. Because we were so limited. And while we were making this, I watched one of the Superman movies, and they had all the money in the world, but it just fucking hurt my head to watch. Like, it was just too much going on. But I always thought that sequence was something to be proud of. We're getting answers from the chat. ARS is an Argentinian peso.
Peso. Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much for the pesos. That's amazing.
Gracias para pesos.
Para pesos.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. That's one of the shortest battles ever. That battle's not even 2 minutes long.
The
Superman Goku.
I'm Madison Lee, exclamation point, heart. Janet Hutchinson with the correct. Is that related to you?
I hope so. That's my mother-in-law.
She's
Hi.
correct. Derpus the Dino is also correct.
Wow.
That's not the answer,
Not
but hey.
right. It was a fun laugh.
Bruno says, are we ready to wrap it up, man?
Yeah, I have a Patreon writers session at 4 p.m.
Today?
for a battle that's undisclosed. Yeah, in about 20 minutes. So I'm going to be typing my butt off. So any of you out there who are in the Patreon, join us on the Discord. We're doing a writers session today, and that's at 4. So we should probably sign off. But this was amazing.
This was amazing.
I really am excited to do more of this. So we're not quite sure how the best way to share these, but I think we're going to do them on the main channel.
We're going to do it on ER. I think we're ready, man. I think we're ready. I want to answer just a couple of questions real quick. Can we do another Lego battle? We're in talks with Forrest to do something. Forrest is hopefully moving back to LA. We love Forrest Fire. He's an amazingly talented dude. I don't know if it'd be Legos or what. Codex Violet says you guys are pretty cool. Thanks, man. You're pretty cool too. I'm trying to find Fox Doc's comment. Fox Doc left a really generous comment, and I think he was really supportive of the idea of bringing some crew on. So hopefully we can bring some of our guests, some of our crew. I don't know how we'll do it, but we'll figure it out. And we'll be on the regular ERB channel. You
had wanted to talk about Rick Sanchez and Morty versus Doc Brown and Marty, but
I don't know why I have a cartoon boner for Rick and Morty, and I think it could be fun. But we tried to freestyle it in our test run of this, and I failed pitifully to do his voice. So maybe not. We can finally let's put Rick and Morty to bed. I'm done with it.
Oh, I don't know. If we do an animated battle, I think that's pretty great.
How about this
one?
Anyway,
we'll talk about it.
I'm Jordan61, Luke Skywalker versus Harry Potter.
Not bad.
Not bad. I'm ready to do Harry Potter. I'm over it. Harry Potter's been... I used to be so scared of doing Harry Potter. Now I think we can do it. It's been long enough.
Yeah.
Here's another one of the Patreon love, Mr. Bean versus Charlie Chaplin.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's been out there forever. It's just, how do you do a battle in the silence? That would be the challenge. I think it would be expensive and difficult, but good for the series, maybe not great for the bottom line. But sometimes you got to do that.
Sometimes you got to do that. Oh, that person, I don't know if they're real. There's, somebody says Watsky is Ben Shapiro.
I don't think that's no. I don't think he could do. I mean, Watsky is an amazing rapper, but his personality is so different.
He would never want to do that. Watsky
Yeah,
was in a Reddit AMA recently promoting his new album, which is incredible. If you haven't checked out Watsky's new album of Advanced Placement, it's incredible. He had to cancel his tour, which was really sad. But I saw someone did ask him about a rap battle, and he said maybe.
Yeah.
So, but I'm gonna give that dude some more listens on his album. If you haven't seen Lil Dicky's new show, Dave Lloyd,
Is it funny? I haven't seen it.
Holy shit, is it funny, bro?
Yeah,
The first 30 seconds is LOL.
that's amazing. I mean, it's gotta be. He's so funny.
It's very funny. There was
so
one
funny.
episode I did not care for as much, but it was very funny.
Is it on? What's it, FX?
It's on FX. I've been watching it on the Hulu.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
I don't want to leave you guys.
I know.
You guys are. I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed you.
Yeah. Thank you all very much. Thank you to everybody who's contributed in the super chat. It's very astonishing and surprising. I wish we could thank everybody by name and all that. Maybe we'll try to go back and answer questions for y'all in person or something. But yeah, keep in touch. We do have a Twitter. We do have a Facebook if you want. They're not that active. We have an Instagram, but they're not super active. But we'll probably post some information about when we're going to go live on those from time to time. But the best way is just to stay here.
Can we just do a quick poll, a straw poll in the chat? Yes or no? Do you think we're ready to move this to the main ERB channel? Can we do this? Can we pull it off? Are we ready? It's gonna be a lot more people and less friendly people. Or should we keep it here? What do you think? Yes, no. Yes to move it to the ERB.
Yes. One yes. Yes. Thank you for this. Yes. Lots of yeses. Yeah.
You see? Oh, I love you guys. You have confidence. All right. Well.
Yeah.
Lloyd, it's been real.
Peter, it's been real.
Really good to see you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Pete. Thanks, moderators. Thanks, Josh. Thanks, Ed, for watching. Thanks, Janet and Travis and Tiffany and all of our family who's watching. That's nice.
Trying to turn on music.
Oh, yeah. It's that awkward pause between when we say goodbye
I'm
and
still
when we...
learning how to use this stuff. I tried to turn the logo on. Is there a logo? There's a logo. They can't see us. Don't worry. They can't hear us either.
I don't think that's the truth.
See you, Lloyd.
Bye, Pete.